Today we will extract data from website, but before extracting data, we need a Python and Selenium in our PC. So first of all, you have to follow the instructions from this website to install Python and Selenium. Link in the description. So let's start. First of all, we have to import Selenium WebDriver. Now we have to create a crew instance. Today we will extract data from this site. So copy the URL. And we will use the driver.get function to open the URL. Now we will test it. You will see Chrome will automatically open and the message will pop up. Chrome is being controlled by automated test software. So today we will extract the buyer names and prices. So how we will extract? Simply right click on it and inspect it. Here just right click on it and copy the XPath. So now we will use a Selenium find element by XPath function. Find element by XPath, this one, and paste the XPath that we copied. So in this way we will get the Selenium web element. To get the text value, we will use the text function like print buyer dot text. So first of all we have to close the browser and then run it again. The browser open and you will see the output will be here. So check this out. Carson and Carson. So in the same way we will extract the price. Similarly click on and inspect it. And copy the XPath. Price equals to driver dot find element by XPath. This one, and paste the path that we copied. And we will print it out. And this time we will use the price variable dot text. Close the browser and then test it again. The browser will open and in the backend you can see the price and name will be printed, and it's the first name and price. So we extract the buyer name and price. Now we will extract the all buyer names and their prices. You can see this the whole list. So how we can extract? Simply right click on it and inspect. You see that there is a title that has a buyer name. So what we do, we will change our XPath for buyer. First of all, we have to replace element with elements because we have a list of buyers. So we use find elements by XPath function and change our XPath. There is a div that has a title equals to double quotes buyer name. So basically what it will do is double slash. Double slash basically represent any XPath that has a div and a title which is equal to buyer name. So and similarly we will do this for our prices. We will use find elements by XPath function and change the XPath. So for prices we can check what class it's using. It uses the item price class, and also it's a span, not a div. So we will use the span at the rate. Now we will use the class which is equals to item price. So now let's test it. So you can check there is a list of all buyer elements in buyer variable, and similarly for price elements we store all price elements in price variable. So now we will loop through the buyers to print out the buyer name and prices. We will initialize the variable number is equals to length of buyer. It will give me the count. So loop through it for x in range of number column. Now simply we will use the print statement. Print buyer. We will extract. We will display the list elements using indexing. So we will use the x dot text. Similarly, we will use this for price. Price index x dot text. X is basically our loop. We start from 0 to and go and end with 19. So let's run this code. So it's open now, and you can see there is a list of all buyers and prices. To store data into CSV, we have to import CSV, and then to store data we have to open the CSV file with open and file name, let's say sample.csv, and we also tell the mode we will use the write mode. So now we will use the write function to write data into CSV. First of all we have to write header. So header will be buyer, comma, price, and then backslash, and basically move the cursor to the next row. Now to store data we will use the for loop. Range of number, so we will use the we will use write function, not write, then buyer index, then dot text, because we have to store the text data, then append, use the plus, and then comma because it's a CSV file. Then we have to store the price dot text, and again we will use the backslash n to move the cursor to the next row. And also when the browser is open we have to close the browser as well, so we will use the close function, driver dot close. Now execute the complete code again. You see the browser is automatically closed. Now on the back end you will see there is a CSV file generated. Here is the complete data of the web page.